is the topic everyone is talking about and wants to talk about. The watchdog on Wall Street, Chris Markowski, joins us live in studio to talk about your money. The stock market taking another dive today. Is that bad, real bad? I mean, 230 points, is it awful? Or is it, I mean, we saw a dramatic decrease last week. So.
I have my new Watchdog on Wall Street indicator. It's called the satellite truck indicator. I made a few phone calls down to downtown New York. See how many satellite trucks are parked out around the stock exchange?
That's an indicator.
It's decreasing. It's decreasing. It's going down. So that means things must be calming down to some degree. We were up a great deal yesterday, down a little bit today. There's some earnings warnings today. I kind of hope, honestly, that things don't go racing through the roof and kind of hang out here for a while, let everybody get their bearings, and also give everybody an opportunity to look for some values at these levels.
Right, play a little catch up. I mean, that 1 week with the fluctuations so great, that was really turning everyone into turmoil. What does this say really about the health of our economy? Because 230 points is not as drastic as, say, what we saw a couple weeks ago, but it's still not great.
We're not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. We've got a long way to go, and there's one of the reasons why is a lot of these companies can't report about what's going to happen in the future. They're concerned about what their earnings are going to be the next couple quarters.
As they should be.
Yeah, well, not only that, there's a lot of layoffs being announced too, and we can see unemployment tick up a little bit. But a lot of this stuff is already factored into the pricey stocks. I mean, we've come from 14,000 down to right now around a 9,000 level. So a lot of it's priced in, and you take a look at even earnings going forward, stuff is still pretty cheap. Well,
that's good news, especially, with some of those gas prices that are coming down. And of course, one of the things we're talking about with our viewers is connecting with us, letting us know what you think. One of our viewers right now, we have a question. Joe Butler from St. Pete is asking us this, Chris. Is it better to pay down your credit card debt or save your money right now?
Oh, that's a great question, Joe. And the best way I would answer it is you want to, if you have a qualified plan at work, I mean, you have a 401k, max it out. Put the money into your also into your IRAs. Fill out your qualified plans as best as you can, because it's going to also lower your tax basis. But outside of that, pay down that credit card debt. Also, another thing as well, if you've got high interest on that credit card, you may be able to renegotiate. Call them up and say, hey, listen, I'm going to move my balance somewhere else unless you bring my rate down. And often they'll do that.
And one person actually sent me an email or an IM just a few minutes ago. Zeleny was asking, and very quickly, what does the economic package, maybe in 3 points, give the average Joe the plumber, the average viewer out there? What is it doing for them?
You mean the big bailout?
Right.
Well, now it's an $850 billion bailout. Basically what it's doing is it's freeing up the credit markets. Mom and pop who's got a store on Main Street needs access to credit markets because they need to stock the shelves for Christmas time. They're unable to do that when the credit markets are frozen. This money, this injection of capital, is allowing the banks to kind of lend to people to a greater degree. It's going to help us on Main Street. Okay,
and get that economy flowing again. All right, I'm getting the rad. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining us. And if you have a question for Chris, go to 10connects.com and we can let you know, or we can let Chris know your questions and pass it along to him. So we will get those questions to him as quickly as possible.